and your friends here at WOCA.
All right, thank you. It is 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this morning. 4 years ago, we were recruited to participate in a Kiss the Horse campaign.
Yep.
The Kiss the Horse campaign was new to us 4 years ago. I think it was Brad Nimmo, actually, who nominated me.
Yes, he did.
To participate in that event. So I said yes, I would do it, and I met a wonderful group of people. Karen Hill was one of them. Marisol Sepulveda, whose name I always mispronounce. But anyway, got to meet some nice people at this thing called the Marion County Literacy Council. Mm-hmm. And I got to learn what they do. And in a nutshell, what they do is they help adults who don't know how to read to learn how to read. And there's so many reasons why an adult might not know how to read. They may, some schooling may have gone awry in their younger years, or maybe they were born in another country. Maybe they know how to read Spanish, but they don't know how to read English.
Exactly.
Maybe they can speak English, but can't read it. It happens that way. Or it doesn't have to be Spanish. It could be German or any other language. There's a number of reasons why an adult might not know how to read. Or maybe it was just their own, maybe they were own slacking. Maybe they, as an adult, they realized, oh my goodness, I took the wrong path. Now I want to fix things, and so now they want to learn how to read.
Exactly.
Well, the Marion County Literacy Council helps all of those people learn how to read, and so we joined forces with them 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. Was it 4 years ago? Right?
4 years ago. Yep.
And so the idea is to raise money so that they can do what they do. It buys the books. It provides the classroom time. I don't think the teachers are paid.
No, they're all volunteers.
Yeah, so that.
All the teachers
but
are
they have to have a
volunteers.
place. And at that time, the place was off of US 27 or Blythton Road, actually.
Yep.
Same thing. And since then, they've moved into the old Goldman Appliances building right next door to the post office, which is a much bigger facility. Boy, they made it look nice too. I was in there for the first time on Monday. Well, I was in the foyer before, but I had never gone deep into the building, except when I bought a belt for my washing machine back when it was Goldman Appliances.
It's Southwest 5th Street,
All right, so
120, in case you want to know the address.
So 4 years ago, the way we raised money was we painted landscape paintings, and we sold them for $1,000 a piece.
Yes.
Which was a publicity stunt. We didn't think anybody would actually buy them, but we wanted people to talk about them, and then maybe we would get some donations, and you all came through for us.
Thank you.
100% of the $7,000+ that we raised came from you, the listeners.
Yes.
And that was the year that we won the Kiss the Horse thing.
Yep.
The next year, it wasn't us who won. It was it Dave Schlenker this next year?
Yes.
No, was he the 2 years later?
No. Dave Schlenker won the
next year.
The second year we participated.
Oh, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Who won what?
Yeah, Dave Schlenker
and
won.
And then the man from that other magazine, he won.
Yes, he won last year.
Forgive me for forgetting the names.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Ocala or Ocala Up or something like that.
We should know these names. But anyway, so many people we got to know. And P.S., even though we didn't win last year, we raised $2,000.
Yes.
So the way we did it 3 years ago was we did the paintings.
Yes.
The way we did it 2 years ago was we did the paintings again, but it didn't pan out to be as much money as the first year. Mm-hmm. Last year, what we did is we busked, which was a new word in my vocabulary.
Yeah, in a lot of people's vocabulary.
And the word busk means to perform on the sidewalk, music or some kind of performance, juggling or music or singing, whatever.
Yes.
And then getting tips. So we were busking for a kiss, which we used the word bus, which is an old form of the word kiss.
Yep.
And
exactly.
Anyway, so we did that last year. So this year, and we did a couple $1,000s with that, right?
Yeah, we did.
So this year, and we have a new idea. So we want to reveal it to you right now. Are you ready for this? Okay. Now, for those of you who know us, you know that Robin and I have been playing music. We've done music forever.
Yes.
But two and a half years ago or so, we decided to change what we were doing, or at least add to what we were doing. And I picked up an accordion for the first time since I was a kid and had to relearn it. Robin picked up a mandolin for the first time ever.
Yes.
And learned it. And so we've been playing the accordion and the mandolin different places. We go to different functions, and people have us at their wine and cheese events. We've done 2 Oktoberfests.
We did an
an Italian birthday party.
Right. at a restaurant. We were hired to go in the restaurant
Right.
and be in this corner by the birthday party.
And we've played a lot at Silver.
And a confirmation. That was also a confirmation.
Oh,
that
right.
day, yeah.
And we did a polka thing down in Lakeland. And
Yep.
so we've had a few people who've actually, we had a thing, a real estate convention.
Yep.
Up in Jacksonville.
Up in Jacksonville, they had an open house.
I was sick as could be.
Oh yeah, it was.
I think you were too. We weren't doing that well.
Sick, but
we strolled around, and so this is what we did, and this is what we want to do to raise money for the Literacy Council. So what we did was we basically would show up at an event and stroll through the event, whether it was an Oktoberfest or a wine and cheese. Well, the wine and cheese we just sat in the corner and played.
Yeah.
But a lot of these things we stroll through. And it's kind of fun. We have no amplifier at all. It's just gentle accordion and mandolin music, and it's kind of pretty, really.
Very pretty.
We don't sing at all.
No.
I mean, we do in another thing, but not with this idea. And so we have an idea. Since the thing is called accordion music is often called oompa music, oompapa, right?
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to call our campaign the Oompa Surprise.
Yeah.
So here's where you all get to have fun with us and help us raise money for the Marion County Literacy Council.
Yeah.
Tell your friends. We're gonna be. This is our campaign until April 28th.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do is ask you to hire us. Now the big question: hire you? How much do you charge?
Yeah.
Well, we were thinking of charging $10,000.
Yes.
Okay.
You got people saying, okay.
But we thought that would be a publicity stunt just to say it's $10,000.
Yeah.
But then we thought, well, we could give you a discount, like, any amount you want.
Yeah.
So bottom line is, and we're gonna figure out a way to word this so that people talk about it, because we want to create a buzz about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of heavy hitter competition.
Yes, we do.
But in this particular fundraising thing, while we really want to win the Kiss the Horse, the truth is, at the end of the whole event, at the end of the whole campaign, the Marion County Literacy Council's clients are the ones who win.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter whether we win or not, although we're going to win.
That's right.
So here's what we want to do. Forget the $10,000 figure. That was just a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Just any amount you want. Any amount you want. You have to hire us. And there's Summer right there. You can come in. Yeah, I know. We scheduled you for later, but we're already talking about our campaign.
Sorry, we're the only ones here, so I couldn't get up to greet you.
So
I apologize.
Summer Gill is here. She's going to spend this time with us for the next half hour. She's scheduled to be here at 10:05, but we saw her walk in, and we just met you the other day for the first time.
And she smells great, too.
Oh, well, thank you.
And you smell her perfume wafting over to you?
Yeah. Not yet, but I will. I will. I'm sorry?
Do I need to put these on?
You don't need to. You can hear us. If the phone rings, you can put them on.
You can put them on.
Yeah.
There you go.
It feels cool on the radio wearing headsets, right?
It does.
Your volume.
So we're explaining what we're going to do to raise money for the Literacy Council.
Okay.
And so what we want the listeners to do is to hire us to show up at something, whether it's your own event or somebody else's event, and hire us and give them the Oompa surprise. So the Oompa surprise is basically, let's say you have a meeting, right? And it's a dull and boring meeting. Well, you hire us to do the Oompa surprise. Just tell us where to go. Make sure you have permission for this.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be your meeting. It can be somebody else's.
Right. You can have us bust in. And what we'll do is just kind of stroll through the event. It can be one song. It can be a half hour of songs. If you want to have wine and cheese goes good with this music, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's really. And I know, Summer, you like wine, right? You had wine the other day.
I do. I like wine.
Yeah, and you had the cheese on the table there?
I did. I made some baked brie.
You made that?
I did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
it's the one thing I can make.
Now I wish I had tasted it. Rona was trying to get us to taste it, and I was like,
It was very attractive, too.
It's kind of amazing.
The brie was very attractive.
It didn't look like cheese. It looked like a pastry.
It's because it was in a pastry puff.
Oh, okay. I didn't get
It
it.
had some cinnamon and some brown sugar in there.
Okay. So when we come back, we're going to learn all about who you are.
Okay.
Because you're new to us. And we, of course, know the Marion County Literacy Council, but we're going to talk about it again because some people don't know. But our message in this little segment right here is if you want to help us help out the Literacy Council, this is going to be a fun event. But the only thing is we can't really start doing any of these until afternoon each day. So you have to keep in mind we can't do mornings because we do this in the mornings.
Right.
But we can do it on weekends. We don't mind.
Right. And from 1 o'clock on in the afternoon, we can.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, from 1 o'clock on, and we can go to any place that you hire us to go to.
Just hire us, and the dollar amount that you pay us is made out to the Marion County Literacy Council. So you can give us $1,000 if you want. We won't get any of it. But if you write a check, it has to be to the Literacy Council.
Yeah.
And I know they can take credit card. You guys can take credit cards too, right?
Yeah.
So this is how we're doing it. You have some big money people who are challenging us.
I
mean, you've
so.
got people who live in mansions. I drive a 2005 car and live in a mobile home.
I drive a 2000.
But that doesn't mean anything.
No, Summer, we won one year.
I know.
We actually won one year.
Yes,
yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
We gave him Yeah. We Manal came in second place.
Yes, she did.
Lives in a mansion,
Exactly.
Mrs. McFakori,
She's
right?
a billionaire.
Yeah. So does Bobby Genevieve's.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's our competition
he owns
this
the
year.
world, doesn't he?
I think
he
so.
does.
I think he made by the way, he made a fat joke at me the other night. Did you hear him do that?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he said, "What'd you do? Eat the horse?" Did you hear him say that?
Oh no.
So now,
Mean. That was
Now it's on.
you know now
he made Larry
the
the butt of
diesel
the
engine is running. Well, we'll be right back with Summer Gill. We'll take a little break and we'll get to meet Summer Gill.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in. We'll be right back.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Lillian Wu. A military chopper crash off the Florida Panhandle believed to have killed some of the 11 service members on board.
The search for survivors is still ongoing, despite finding some remains.
We always want to have hope. And we are still considering it a search and rescue mission.
Andrew Borland, the spokesman for Eglin Air Force Base near Fort Walton Beach on Florida's Panhandle. There was an advisory for dense fog in the area last night when the crash happened at about 8:30.
Fox Radio's Evan Brown.
That Black Hawk helicopter was crewed by 4 Louisiana Guard soldiers and was carrying 7 Marines from Special Ops.
And the father of a Palestinian teenager killed in Syria by ISIS says his son was tricked into joining the militants. In video released by the group, which accuses the 19-year-old of being an Israeli spy, the teenager is allegedly seen being killed by a much younger boy. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Superstorms, road closures, flooding, airports snowed in. If you travel for work like I do, news like that can ruin your whole day. It did mine, until I discovered Citrix GoToMeeting online meeting software. With GoToMeeting, you can meet from anywhere using your computer, tablet, or smartphone. No expensive travel required. And with HD video, you simply turn on your webcam and it's just like being in the same room, which means you can stay productive no matter what the news brings.
Visit GoToMeeting.com and start our free 30-day trial.
What's the secret to great business trips? Choice Hotels, where you'll find everything a business traveler needs, like a generous rewards program. And right now, choose Choice twice for 2 separate trips and get a night at no price. Stay for business at Choice Hotels and book now at choicehotels.com. Great endings begin here. Free night based on an 8,000-point Choice Privileges Reward night at over 1,500 hotels. Valid 2/19/15 through 4/22/15. Requires registration and 2 separate qualifying stays. Other terms and conditions apply. Details at choicehotels.com.
What are the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking? Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Do your inhale and exhale for a count of 5. Repeat that a few times, and you'll feel the stress relief immediately. If you've ever wondered if the woman in your life is a mind reader, well, she is. It's not because she has supernatural powers. It's because women are a lot more intuitive than men, much better than us. If you like raw fish, get an order of sashimi. You get a good dose of protein for 1/3 the calories of a specialty roll.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to ocalaforsale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Today in Florida Ag News, I'm a Southeast AgNet. USDA reminds farmers that the one-time extension to update your yield history or reallocate base acres expires March 31st, the same day you need to have your choice made between the agriculture risk coverage or price loss coverage. USDA Farm Service Agency Administrator Val Docini says ARC and PLC are complicated programs.
And that's why we've really spent a lot of time since last fall working with producers individually or in small groups or in large settings, talking about the intricacies of the programs, sharing the web-based decision aids that we've developed with land-grant universities. So I think to date, nearly 5,000 meetings have been held around the country, either by FSA or by commodity groups or by other parties to talk about ARC and PLC. They represent different changes from the last Farm Bill, and so we've wanted to make sure that farmers have as much access to good information about these programs so that they can make good, well-informed decisions.
To learn more, contact your local FSA office.
A lot of people think I'm superstitious. I never step on cracks. I never keep black cats on the ranch. I never open umbrellas indoors, not even in the barn. And I never let a young calf go unvaccinated. Because young calves are up against a whole lot more than you think. And I'm not just talking about bad luck, but stuff that even their mama's milk can't protect them from in the long run. Like BVD type 1B, the most common subtype of BVD in infected calves. That's why I vaccinate them with Pyramid 5 Plus Pre-Sponse SQ. It's the only approved combination vaccine that protects calves from BVD type 1B respiratory disease for at least 217 days. Plus, its viral and bacterial protection shields the unluckiest of calves. Even my doomed number 13 calf. Talk with your Beringer Ingelheim Vetmedica Inc. representative today. Learn more at bi-vetmedica.com/cattle.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
This is a public notice. Local residents can now save thousands of dollars on their next car, truck, or SUV. It's not a tent sale, because no tent is big enough to hold this many cars. It's ocalaforsale.com. Say goodbye to sticker shock. Ocalaforsale.com has thousands of vehicles with no stickers at all. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to ocalaforsale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
All right, 7 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for listening this Wednesday morning. Summer Gill is in the studio, and she is the new executive director of the Marion County Literacy Council. We've been part of, well, not really a part of the organization, but we've been helping the organization with the Kiss the Horse for Literacy campaign, which was started by Karen Hill, by the way, and Summer has taken on that, and now she's doing it. We did it in the autumn, I guess, with Karen, and now we're doing it in the spring. But it just started, and now we're trying to raise money as part of this. And we met some of the other contenders, whatever you want to call them. And so let's talk about this. Good morning, Summer. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great.
So let's get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
Did you grow up in Ocala?
I did. I was born at Monroe.
Really? My son was born at Monroe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been here my whole life. Left for college and an internship, but came back.
What did you study?
Psychology.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah. So, and when did you become the executive? What is it? Executive director? Was that the title?
About 6 months ago.
And how did that happen for you?
Actually, when Karen decided to leave, she came to me and asked me if I would apply for it. So.
Were you already involved with the Literacy Council?
I used to work for United Way about 4 years ago. So I was there for about 6.5 years. So she knew me through that.
Oh, okay.
And I've been involved. I ran George Tallman's campaign when he ran, and she just knew me from there and being out in the community. And
let me say something sweet about Mr. Tallman. He was at the Special Olympics event a week and a half ago or so, and we brought with us our friend Doug, who has Down syndrome, and Doug's 54 years old.
Yeah.
And so we went for the radio station, and we made a video. And Doug was our honorary reporter, and George Tallman was so nice to Doug. And on the video, you can see the genuineness in him. Just wonderful. Just thought I'd brag about him a little bit. So I'm sorry.
He's pretty.
So you worked on his campaign? What does that mean when you?
I was his campaign manager.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
So you helped him win.
I was a tiny part of it. He's a pretty amazing guy, so he did it a lot himself.
and the connection between everything that we just said is the literacy, because if you think about it, school would be nothing if reading has got to be the most important subject to learn.
Yeah. I mean, education is truly the foundation of every single issue that exists. So if somebody doesn't have a good educational base, what's going to happen to them is pretty much predicted by that.
And specifically reading, because if you don't, if you can read, you can teach yourself anything.
Yep.
I mean, you can watch YouTube videos all you want, but the written word will actually give you more details, I think.
Oh, yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, think about everything that you do in your life is reading, driving, just existing, going to the grocery store, reading prescription drug bottles. I mean, that's a big one. We have people who come in who literally I just don't even know how to read a prescription drug bottle. Getting your driver's license is one. I mean, you don't realize it until you don't have it. And, if something happens. And so you see people who go through traumatic brain injury, and that's when you start, that's when you witness, oh, this is how important it is.
Right.
It's really the fundamental base of everything that happens in your life.
But you have a history of being in our community, of helping people in our community with the different organizations that you have spearheaded.
Yeah. And I'm I volunteer with a lot of things. I'm on pretty much, I think I'm on 4 or 5 different boards. So my mission in life is to make Marion County better. So everything that I do and choose to do follows that mission. If it's not, if it doesn't fit into that, then it's not worth it for me.
Okay, I want to get back to the serious, but what fun stuff do you like to do?
What do I like to do? I run a book club.
Oh, that's excellent.
You what?
I run a book club.
You run a book club?
Yes.
Now, what does that mean?
I guess I facilitate it. So we even have a name for it. It's called I Like Big Books and I Cannot Lie.
Oh, wow. Nice. I can imagine your
What kind
song.
of books? Like novels?
Sure. No, we actually we try to read books that have movies coming out so that we can go see the movies.
Did you see 50 Shades of Grey?
We did.
And did you read it first?
We did. We did.
Which is worse, reading it or seeing the movie? Do women really want a guy who whips women? I don't understand this whole thing.
I don't know that it's the whipping. I think it's the the dynamic is somebody feeling that strongly for you, or the feeling that there's aspects that women want and aspects that they don't want.
Yeah.
So it depends on a woman too.
So the book club, do you read a book and then talk about it?
Mm-hmm. We do actually. People do not believe that we actually talk about it, but we do.
Well, we do it every day.
Yeah.
We interview authors every single day. I think today's the exception. I don't think we had an author today. We will later. Dr. Christine Horner is coming on later on, but
it's we read the book. I come up with the questions, so that's fun. If you look inside the books, I have tons and tons of questions. I earmark things, and I just ask them how they feel, and it's a pretty it's a very diverse group of women, so the discussion is amazing.
Is it all in person or is it online? Or?
It's all in person.
Oh, in person.
We tried to Skype a few times and that didn't. Inevitably, Wi-Fi didn't work or something, but because we have friends that have moved, and so we wanted to include them.
Okay.
And then we try to bring food that is part of the book. So if the book
cool.
is set in England, we try to bring British food. I'm trying to think. We had we read Wild, so that was the book with where Reese Witherspoon was in the movie, and she backpacked through the Pacific Coast Trail, and so we brought in like tons of trail mix and
snake and stuff.
Not snake, because she didn't have snake. Although we could have done that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, we brought in things that were sort of like the book. We read a book from the South, and like 4 of us brought in fried chicken because we never talked about it before. So we definitely have fun with it. It is so much fun, and we have about 20 girls and about 12 come each time.
So how long do you normally take to read a book?
About 2 months.
2 months, okay.
Yeah, because it works. They all have, almost everybody has children. They all are involved in community activities. It would just be, we don't want to stress anybody out. And if you don't read it, you can still come.
And this is so exciting because your excitement over having a book club really generates into the clients of the Marion County Literacy Council, because once they realize how exciting it is to know how to read, not just for self-preservation like on medicine bottles, but to go out and have adventures through reading.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that when you know that somebody loves to read, and that's sort of part of it, it's just sort of contagious, I think, and we want people to see that reading is fun, and we want people to understand that, it's not just the serious stuff. It's your imagination grows so much when you open a book.
So were you the little girl in the car when your mom or dad was driving you to school and you were reading a book on the way to school?
Yeah.
Was that you?
That or listening to music, yeah.
And but with the book, what book were you reading back in those days?
Anything.
What might I, like, if I could be a fly on the wall, on the window of the car?
Gosh. This is really sad. I can't even remember some of the books that I read. I obviously don't have that good of a memory. My parents grew up in Sarasota, so we used to go there, and there was a used bookstore, and I used to get tons of books. And there's an author that I can remember the covers, but I can't remember what her name was.
Oh, wow.
But I just used to love
My son used to read the Goosebumps books. Was that appealing to girls? No.
No.
That wasn't a girl book. That was a boy book, right?
Yeah. I never read them. I loved books about,
Black Beauty?
No.
Did you read the classics?
No.
No.
Even in high school, I didn't read the classics.
So you're more likely to read a book that became a movie or would become a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to keep you on our list of people who get books. I mean, we speak to people all the time.
Yeah.
We might have some right now in our room. So.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, obviously, I read books that don't become movies, but it's, you want to read a book that makes you excited and kind of takes you away from this life and all that. And then books that inspire you, because I just like to be inspired. So I realized, because I'm a total nerd for 60 Minutes and the Sunday morning, TV show on CBS.
The CBS one, right.
And I was watching some DVR shows that I had, and I'm like, I'm such a total nerd for human stories. I just want to tell them.
Well, welcome
I want
to
to hear
the club.
them. And that's kind of the way I am about books. I just really love human stories, and real, or not, it's just a beautiful thing, because I feel like people are they just fight and fight and fight, and that's a kind of an amazing thing. I mean, we see it every day, people who fight to be better versions of themselves. That's beautiful.
And you are a very artsy person too. I mean, the jewelry you're wearing, it's very creative, and you have your bracelet on that you were telling us at the meeting.
So my favorite quote, I love quotes, total nerd for quotes, but is be the change you want to see in the world. I have no idea what the first time I heard it, but it had to have been before high school. And it's by Gandhi. And basically that's how I live my life. I don't really believe that, if you can have all the opinions in the world, but if you're doing nothing to change that, then your opinion is worthless.
That's absolutely right, yeah. Or you can have all the money in the world, and if you don't do anything.
Exactly.
You can be poor, we were just talking about the differences. Well, some of the candidates in Kiss the Horse we're probably the poorest.
Yeah, I would think so.
And you got some really rich people in there, and it doesn't matter because ultimately, in the end, the folks who will learn to read. Tell us what the money pays for.
The money pays for helping us with materials for the students, training our volunteers. All of our tutors are volunteers.
That's what we thought. Yeah.
And that's, a pretty amazing thing. But to train them and to get them the materials, just books alone, they go up every 6 months, $1 or $2. Yeah. And they're in the 20s in the prices. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're buying a lot, it is. And training materials. And one of the things that we really want to do is start making sure that our tutors have access to all the new up-to-date training materials, and we are really lucky to have access to somebody who creates those, and we need help getting that, getting the most up-to-date stuff and making sure that that's happening for our students, that they can really learn, get through the program, and better their life. Because what we have is we have students who start out just wanting to learn to read and maybe help with their math, and then they go, I'm actually getting this. Maybe it's possible that I get my GED, and then they want to get their GED.
That's right.
Then they go, well, maybe I want to do a certificate in some vocation. They do that, and we can help with all that, but you have to inspire them and make them feel like that's possible, and you have to have materials to do that and the training to help somebody get them to that place.
And I can imagine how you don't ever express that you can't read. I mean, how many people have we known who said they forgot their glasses or whatever it is, and then later on you find out that they couldn't read, and it was so embarrassing for them. And I mean, once you get them past that, even if it is third grade reading, it's at least they're reading.
Yeah. We just had somebody come in on Friday who has a job. I won't say where she works, but it's a pretty big place in town, and she has a college degree and she has reading issues. Like she cannot spell. She's dyslexic, so she transposes words and letters, which that's extreme. It's more common than people realize. And so she came in and she just started crying, and she's in a very high pressure work right now, and she said, I feel worthless. I feel absolutely worthless. And this woman, she said, I got through college, I got through life. She's in her late 40s. She's like, I've done all of this because I have a great personality and I'm smart. Probably, yeah. And, and she said, I'm just exhausted with trying to do this.
That's how I got where I am.
I mean, honestly, a lot of people could probably relate to that, but they don't realize that. There's a perception that people, who cannot read or who have issues, that they just didn't try hard enough, or they didn't take advantage of what they had. Everybody has access to education. Well, it's not like that. Some people, that's not what their family can provide for them. If your parent can't read, you're not going to get that at home.
Right.
Summer, we can take a little break, and we'll be right back. Summer Gill is here. She's the executive director of the Marion County Literacy Council. She is here to talk about the Literacy Council and also about the campaign that Robin and I are participating in called Kiss the Horse. That's the 2015 fundraising event. It is the big fundraising event, even though you do more than one fundraising event. Scrabble is one, and a couple of other ones. So we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. Let me get this set up here. Where's the thing? We'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
The weather's brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Today, looking humid with some sunshine. A couple showers, mainly in the afternoon, a high of 81 to 85. Then tonight, some spotty evening showers, otherwise becoming partly cloudy, a low of 64 to 68. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sunshine, a stray shower and humid with a high of 80 to 85. And then for the end of the work week on Friday, variable clouds, a shower, and a high of 79 to 83. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
Hi, this is Jimmy Bohannon from Bohannon Associates Land Surveying.
And this is Sheila Arnett, Commissioner Earl Arnett's wife.
And we are here representing Bohannon Associates team for the American Cancer Society Relay for Life.
1 out of every 3 people has been impacted by cancer. As you're hearing this, our good friend Bridget Harmon is battling cancer for the 2nd time. And we are showing our support to her and everyone else that cancer has impacted by hosting a team for Relay for Life.
We want to let you know about a very important fundraiser March 11th at Gator Docksides off of 200 between 5 and 9 p.m.
Gator Docksides will donate 10% of sales from the event directly to Relay for Life.
And we'll have a silent auction full of wonderful gift baskets, so please make sure you come out and support us in fighting this terrible disease.
March 11th at Gator Docksides from 5 to 9.
If you'd like to donate items for the auction, please contact me at 352-875-8766.
Or me at 352-209-1037.
Please join us in supporting a great cause.
All right, 25 minutes after 10 o'clock, Summer Gill is in the studio. It's a delight to get to know her, and she's part of an organization that we've been supporting for a while now. And it's not easy to raise money. You know, the first time Robin and I found out that it's not easy to raise money, we were recruited for one of these get arrested and then raise bail money.
Yep. Right.
Okay, so we said, okay, fine, no problem. And this guy came and he drove us to this country club, which was our jail, where they had beautiful food, by the way,
Right. That was good.
and a phone, and we were supposed to call people and ask for bail money.
Yeah.
And I think we raised $250, and we were supposed to raise like $1,000.
Yeah.
And it was so hard. Can you help us out? Can you help us out? We called people we knew who had money. Yeah, okay, here's $10. $10?
Yeah, exactly.
We're never going to get out of this country club. So we ended up failing at the task.
Mm-hmm.
And so we realized you really have to do it. I mean, you really have to jump in from the beginning. You can't just start on the day. Yeah.
And that's for most people, asking for money is hard, no matter how passionate you are, because that no can hurt.
Oh, it can.
It can hurt, but you just have to tap into what people, either they're going to give because they're your friend most likely. So that's why I always say, like, me asking, it's easy for people to say no. But if your friend asks you, you're way more likely to give, because you give where your friends give. You give where your heart is.
Or if you make it so that you get lots of people who can hand you $1.
Yep.
That was kind of our approach last year with the busking, which will probably busk as well as do the Oompa surprise thing this year. So
It's that's always the thing, is that there's over 300,000 people in this community, and if even just half of those actually gave a little something, this community would be in so much of a better place, to all of the organizations.
Well,
in town.
Summer, I really truly think that this community steps up to the plate.
It does.
Every time, I say this all the time. There's a story in the Bible, and I'm bad at quoting the Bible, but there's a story about a lady who puts a penny, and the Pharisees are saying, that's all she can give, and Jesus says, she gave more than you.
Yeah.
How did she give more than me? Because that's all she has.
Mm-hmm.
And we see this all the time. When you go to the grocery store, every time you go, would you like to give $1 for this? Like, give $1 for that? Robin never says no. Robin always gives to them. And I always say, don't worry about Travolta giving $10,000. He can do it.
That's right.
You give the amount like the lady in the Bible. You give the penny,
That's what we do.
It's kind of amazing. Since I've worked in nonprofit my whole life, really, and I volunteered at so many things, it is always those who can least afford it who give the most and who care the most.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And it is the most beautiful thing about humans, I think, is that they just, when they understand somebody's plight, they get it. And they just say, I just want to help however I can do it.
Right.
it's a gorgeous thing about human spirit.
You should have seen the Christmas tree in here at Christmas time. There's an organization down in Bellevue, and they asked us if we could help. And the amount of toys under this tree that was right in this room behind you was unbelievable. The whole room was filled with toys.
Yeah, stretched the whole room, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I used to do the Giving Tree when I was at United Way, and the amount of people that would just donate was just incredible. It was just amazing. And you know, and it was people that you never expected would be the ones who would go and do that. And I love that people have such hearts, you know, and it's.
Well, we're happy to see that somebody like yourself is now in charge of something we are very fond of. So Karen did well in picking you to succeed her. Probably not an easy job on her part to find you, I guess. Or did she know about you all along? Or?
Yeah, she knew. Yeah, she'd known me for a while, so she knew that I had a lot of contacts and that I'm pretty passionate about things, and I'm pretty committed to this community. So. It was, there's a good mixture in there for me.
So,
and the thing also that the Marion County Literacy Council is you are bilingual, so it doesn't matter what kind of what language you speak. If you're not proficient in English, you have somebody always there that can communicate.
Right. So we have our ESOL class, which is English as a second language, or program, I should say, and we have Marisol, who thank goodness speaks Spanish. I do not, and I'm trying very hard to learn it. And it's amazing because we not only have a lot of Spanish speakers, but we have a lot of Asian language speakers who are coming in to learn English conversationally and to write it, but also to get their GEDs. So we're starting to see a whole new group of folks come in that are looking to improve themselves.
Summer, we'll keep talking about the Kiss the Horse event, and of course we'll keep promoting the Literacy Council. Thank you for what you're doing and for coming in today.
Thank you for having
What's the website for the Literacy Council?
MarionLiteracy.org.
MarionLiteracy.org. You're going to see us using that website a lot in the next 7-8 weeks, whatever it is.
Yep.
Summer Gill, thank you. Nice to get to know you. We'll take a little break. Be right back.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Lillian Wu. A military chopper crash off the Florida Panhandle believed to have killed some of the 11 service members.